Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Krashy, and today we're going to be diving into a vlog. Yes, a vlog of me going down to San Antonio and playing in a Pokemon League Cup. Now, today I did play the SNORLAX control. We're going to go into the deck list first, show you all the cards, kind of talk about it really quickly, and then I'll jump into the vlog. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully you're enjoying the TCG content. For new people, if you're a new follower of mine, let me know. All right, enjoy. All right, let's dive into the deck list. Starting off with the Pokemon lineup, we do have the 4 SNORLAX. Of course, this is going to be your main Pokemon, or at least the main archetype of the deck. This is going to have your block ability. It says, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon cannot retreat. The goal of this deck is to lock unfavorable enemy Pokemon into the active to deck them out, essentially. It's going to be paired with a 1-1 Mimikyu line. 1-1 Mimikyu, or the Mimikyu, brings Safeguard, prevent all damage done to your Pokemon by attacks from the opposing Pokemon EX and V, so you can get them locked into certain situations where they can't attack this, certain decks. We're going to talk about that later as well. We have a 2-line, or a 2 of Rotom V. This is going to be instant charge. This is, we're really using this to get instant charges. We want to have a lot of cards, so we have a lot of options in terms of our supporters. And then last but not least, we have a 1 of Pidgeot V and a 1 of Cornerstone Ogerpon EX. The Pidgeot V has Vanishing Wings. Essentially, you can cycle this card back into your deck. You can never be decked out, but the enemy can. Cornerstone Ogerpon has the ability Cornerstone Stance, prevent all damage from attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability, so you can also lock them out with this. So that is the Pokemon lineup. Now we have a very heavy trainer lineup. Very, very heavy trainer lineup. Starting with the supporters, we're going to have a 4 of Arven. This is going to be getting us the various tools and items that we're going to be using. We're going to jump into that. Of course, Arven, a phenomenal card. We know this. Very much so. Another important supporter package is going to be the 4 pennies. Penny, very important. Put one of your basic Pokemon and all attached cards into your hand so you can cycle up, Penny Loop, refresh, get damage off of, keep the attachments. So that's going to be Hero's Cape. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. Next, we have the 2 of Boss's Orders. And of course, that's for gusting. That's for getting things unfavorable locked into the active against the Snorlax. We have a 2 of Eerie. This is really, really important. Eerie is how you can cripple some matchups. Eerie is your opponent reveals their hand and you discard up to 2 items. You're looking for energy switches. You're looking for rare candies. You're looking for anything you can get rid of. Earthen vessels in some matchups. You're looking for everything that can cripple them and their game plan. Misfortune Sisters, also very similar to the Eerie, but this is look at the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck and discard any number of item cards you find there. So your opponent shuffles their deck after. So you're trying to get rid of very core items. Now we're going to be getting into the 1-ofs for the supporters. We have a Silene. Silene is you flip 2 coins or roll 2 dice. For however many heads, you can take 2 cards back out of, up to 2 cards back out of the discard and put them on top of the deck. Silene, you're looking to get your Pal Pads back. You're looking to get your Eries, your Misfortune Sisters back. You're looking to cycle the supporters. We're going to be using Silene and Pal Pad. Silene, Pal Pad, Silene, Pal Pad. But not just that, we're also going to be using Team Yell's Cheer. Team Yell's Cheer is shuffle up to 3 in any combination of Pokemon and supporter cards. So Team Yell's Cheer brings back Silene. Silene brings back Pal Pad. Pal Pad brings back Silene, Team Yell's Cheer. You get the point. We can't deck out if we're constantly cycling these back in. Next, we have a 1 of Xerosic's Machinations. This is going to discard their hand from any number of cards that they're holding down to 3. This is how you also, remove them of options. We have a Giacomo. Giacomo is discard a special energy from your opponent's Pokemon, from each of your opponent's Pokemon, sorry. So this is kind of a little bit of tech. It helps a little bit. And the last 2 we have is a 1 of Iono. You know what Iono does, of course. Hand disrupt and or just, getting rid of their big hand if they're holding onto a big hand, so you haven't been able to hit the Xerosix. And last but not least, Erica's Invitation. Erica's Invitation is part of at least one piece of how you are going to hopefully put them in unfavorable board states. This is your opponent reveals their hand, and you put a basic Pokemon you find there onto your opponent's bench. If you put the Pokemon onto the bench this way, switch into the active. So you can pull like a Luminion out and force it into the active, get it locked with Blocklax, and things of that nature. So those are the trainers, the supporters. All right, next we have the rest of the trainer lineup, starting with the items. We're going to have a 4 of Nest Ball. This is simple. How do you get your Pokemon out? Nest Ball is the way. Next, we have 4 counter catchers. Again, we're not attacking, we're not taking prizes, so counter catcher is going to be the way that we are also gusting and, you know, getting unfavorable Pokemon into the active. Next, and I think it makes perfect sense, we have 4 Pokegear 3.0s. This is how we are searching for the appropriate supporter for the situation. That's very, very important. Then we have 3 accompanying flutes. Now, accompanying flute is reveal the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck. You may choose any number of basic Pokemon you find there and put those Pokemon onto the bench. This is how we are also getting unfavorable Pokemon out. Now, this is very important. In the current metagame, there is the Dusknoir line. Very, very important. We're trying, in a lot of situations, to get bad Pokemon to fill the bench before they get those out. I had a match today where I was able to keep Dusknoir at bay because I didn't let them ever have bench space. So really, really important. 3 of course, we talked about it already, the 3 of Palpad. That's going to help us cycle the supporters in. We have a 2 of Night Stretcher. This is so like if the Mimikyu does get bombed, if the Snorlax is getting killed, this is like having extra Pokemon. It lets us get what we need back if we need it. We don't mind losing prizes, but, you know, we do want to be able to get some of those back. We have a 1 of Hisuian Heavy Ball. We don't want to let too many of our Mimikyu, Snorlaxes, Cornerstone Ogerpon, Pidgeot V for certain matchups be in the prizes, so that's going to be to get it from the prizes. 1 Lost Vacuum to remove stadiums. Important tools, of course, really, really important. Now we are like obviously getting into the tools. So we have a Luxurious Cape, which is plus a 100 health. Here, I'll read it to you, and then you can of course see the 2 Bravery Charms. If the Pokemon this card is attached to doesn't have a rule box, it gets plus 100 health. If it's knocked out due to damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, that player receives 1 more prize card. So it's big health. It helps keep Mimikyu in certain situations out of the dusk range, you know, the Dusknoir range, and then you can penny loop that. And then Bravery Charms, very similar. We're going to be increasing our health of some of our basics by 50. Last but not least for the tool is going to be the Hero's Cape and the Ace Pack of choice. We have a Forest Sealstone because, of course, we do have the 2 Rotom Vs and the Pidgeot V. Help us find the right supporter for the right situation or, you know, something else that we might need. And the 1 stadium we're using is Artisan. This can also help us retrieve Pokemon from the deck and put them out onto the bench. Or, in my case, I added this one in from the last time I played Blocklax. I think it's a really great card. It's in some lists because it's at minimum a stadium bump. So we do need that for that purpose. And last but not least, the final 2 cards. Boom, boom. 2 Mist Energy. This is good for, if you don't know, Mist Energy, as long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides a colorless energy, whatever. Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to the Pokemon this card is attached to. This helps with Phantom Dive. I mean, to put it simply, that's pretty much really, really what we're looking for. So a couple of those, and that is the deck list. Let's go on ahead and jump into the vlog. Like I said, drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you like something like this. I would love to know. All right, enjoy. What up? Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today, I don't know if you can hear me well because my loud ass car, but we're driving down to San Antonio. I'm about 10 minutes away. I've been in the car for about 2 hours from like the North Austin area, and we are going to House of Cards and Collectibles. I've never been there before, but they are having a Pokemon League Cup for a case. So the winner, maybe 2 cases, they said, for prizing, but a case of the new set Surging Sparks. We're going to see how this goes. I'm going to be playing Snorlax, Blocklax, Control today. My first like big tournament with Lax, not just a local. I'm going to try to keep y'all posted, give y'all updates on, you know, every round, every couple rounds, and we'll see how we do. So thank you so much for watching. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to come out with more TCG content just whenever I can. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you're enjoying it. All right. All right, first round is over. I am 0-1. Lots of people, I think it's like 37 people, and my first round was against a Greninja EX, like a dedicated Greninja EX deck, which hits for weakness, and super unlucky. Opponent was really cool. We actually didn't even notice that it was hitting for weakness game 1, because, you know, who plays Greninja EX? But their buddy came over and was like, oh yeah, my whole friend group kind of plays like tier 2 decks, and I was like, that's cool. So they kind of like show up to events and play a little bit rogue. But we're 0-1, it's 5-round best of 3s. I went 0-2 in the matchup. I just couldn't couldn't really get anything done. So we're gonna do our best. We're gonna continue this one and see if I can get some wins. The deck list felt good. Like I was doing the thing I was supposed to do. I just can't stay alive. They had like a Dust Snore package, so they were bombing me. They had Turo, they had a switch. Game 2, I hit all of their items, but we ran out of time. So I actually did really good. Probably could have won game 2 regardless, but it just didn't happen. So ran out of time, and that's an 0-2-0-1 start. So okay, it is super hot in there, but I want to check in. Game 2 is done. I am now 1-1. I just played against an Iron Thorns and was able to mimic you lock them. I had 1 game win, and then we had a tie in the second game. So currently 1-1. We got it, like I said, got to win all of my matches at this point. Feels bad. The guy was super nice. I've played against him before in one of these cities that I play in, and he picked Thorns and he hit double block lax back-to-back rounds, and it's rough, right? He's also not playing Cologne, so that's a choice, but you know, I get it. Sometimes you got to cut the tech, but we are 1-1, 5 rounds. The dream is to go 4-1, make top cut, hopefully, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Dude, it's so hot in there, but we're just doing our best, and we're trying to see if we can make it all the way. Like I said, drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna try to do more of stuff like this. I haven't posted one because I haven't done well, but I'm gonna do my best, and I have Charizard Crocs on. So all right, we are 2-1. We hit a LDF Dragapult Charizard list, like the Silene Neo Upper LDF Dragapult Charizard. I was very scared. I was able to take it 1-0, and then we ran into time. I essentially was able to lock him out before he could get Duskmores into play. So I didn't get bombed the whole time. I had a missed energy on my Mimikyu. I was penny looping real well. So we are 2-1. We got to win 2 more games if we want to hit the top cut. I'm gonna keep doing my best. Like I said, it's just so hot in there, and it's like I feel like it's getting hard to think. So the battle of attrition is real as well. But we're gonna do our best. I mean, they have a sick Pokemon van, dude. You see that? I know I put it in the video, but they have the Pokemon van. It's pretty cool. But we're trying to do some cool stuff, man. Snorlax feels really good, too. Feels really good. Another homie in the room that's playing Snorlax. Just ironically, I didn't know. It's not even coordinated. He hit a Ancient Box with a Petrarant, which is like a recent tech in for Ancient Box because of Snorlax. So glad I didn't hit that. My first round was bad enough. Pray for me. I'm hoping I get like a free win. So far, none of my matches has felt like free wins. I mean, the Iron Thorns maybe, not super free though. All right, round number 4 is done. I'm super tired and hot. I hit the Blocklax mirror and decked him out. He didn't have a Pidgeot V, and we went all the way to the end. He wasn't able to get any more cards back in. We were Silening the whole time, we were Palpating the whole time, and actually every one of our Silene rolls was like exactly the same. I would roll a heads and a tails, he would roll a heads and a tails. Eventually on the same like turn after turn, we both Silene, tails. So eventually he just ran out of steam. The Team Yell's Cheer was cycling it all back in. It was a long, arduous game. I didn't really know what to expect. I've never played the mirror, so I didn't even know if it was winnable. I didn't know if he was gonna pull out a Hisui and Heavy Ball and pull out the Pidgeot, or if he was gonna pull one out at the last minute. I was trying to find it to see if he had it. Eventually, he just ran out of cards. He threw his cards on the table and said, hey man, I don't have anything else. So took that one. It's 3-1 right now. I need to win 1 more. There's some volatile matchups in the room for sure. So I'm gonna do my best. And if I can make it into top cut, it would be pretty awesome. So wish me luck, appreciate it. All right, listen here. Just ID'd round 5. I hit the great Tuscamil player. Actually, I was wrong. It wasn't the mill player, but I didn't find that out until after the ID. But it was a Lugia, so yeah, I still wanted the ID. And I don't think he knew what I was on, but we were both 3-1, and you know, I was real nice. I said, hey man, you're 3-1, I'm 3-1. What do you think about an ID? And he said, you know, I don't know. The table next to us, we're both 2-1-1, so they have to play it. And essentially, there's going to be more bubbles because we ID'd. But I don't think he knew I was on Blocklax, and I do not want to play a great Tuscamil player. And we took the ID. So we officially finish the 5 rounds of today's cup at 3-1-1. We have to pray for some resistance, which I'm a little bit worried about because I played a Greninja EX player and I don't think they're doing great. But here's the hoping. The resistance is hopefully good. Drop a like on the video, subscribe for future TCG content, and pray for top cut. We'll see what we do. I'll let y'all know. But Blocklax is treating me well today. Oh, womp, womp, womp. I bubbled out. I got 10th. 3-1-1. Dude, listen. I lost to Greninja EX. And it's a bad matchup for me. It's weakness. But they lost all their games. So my resistance was 37%. It wasn't close to anybody else's. Everybody else was like 50 plus. So 10th place. Unfortunate, no top cut for me today. But it is what it is. Friends, thank you so much for watching. Chilling by the car now. I definitely do appreciate it. I'm gonna keep trying to do content like this if I can. I had a good time, you know. I wish I had a way to record the matches, and maybe I will sometime. I don't know, but I had a lot of fun. So thank you so much. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. Let me know if you like stuff like this. This is super different for me. I've never been a vlogger, but it was fun. So I'll catch y'all next time. And yeah, see you.